It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Now here's your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I am your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper. And folks, before we get started, I want to wish all of you a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey, have a lot of good times. Be thankful for all that you have and the people that are around you on Thanksgiving tomorrow. And we are out at Lamont High School. Our guest this week is going to be Lamont football coach Eric Michelson. Eric's been on the show prior season. All he's done in 10 years, folks, is rack up a record of 92-25. 5 straight seasons of the Indians advancing at least to the quarterfinals. 2 times they advanced to the state championship. This season they finished 12-1, lost to Peoria Richwoods last weekend, 34-31 in double overtime, a heartbreaker. But you know, Eric Michelson has this program headed in the right direction. He's headed in the right direction for a long time. He's an alum of the school, heart's in the right place, and a very knowledgeable man and tremendous coaching staff as well. So, all right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. When we return, we will have on Coach Michelson from Lamont. We're in the weight room. This is where it all happens, folks, where they turn boys into men at Lamont. Stay tuned.
For over 30 years, Beggar's Pizza has been delivering you great pizza your whole family will love. But don't forget, it's not only our award-winning thin, stuffed, and deep dish pizza. We have great pasta, salads, desserts, sandwiches, and more. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, making sure you go home happy every time. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many Chicagoland locations.
Moraine Valley has a proud tradition of providing academic excellence and student success. A well-rounded college experience at Moraine Valley includes clubs, organizations, athletics, fitness center, and more.
With the coaching staff and the facilities they offer, it's been really great.
I definitely believe Moraine Valley is a good choice for someone who is looking for an associate's degree.
Moraine Valley Community College, changing lives for a changing world.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our guest this week, Lamont football coach Eric Michelson. Eric, thanks for coming on board again.
Thanks for having me.
Good friend of ours, been on the show a few times, and great season, Eric. 12-1, you guys finished up. 5th straight year of qualifying for the quarterfinals again. That's something to be said. You know, if someone prior to Saturday's game would have told you your offense is going to produce 31 points, and you would have still lost the game, what would your reaction been to that? What was your response?
Oh, that we would have given up some big plays. I would have been surprised.
Yeah.
But, having played the game, Peoria had a good game plan. They hit us for some big plays, and, they're a nice team.
Yep. Now, what is it about this Peoria Richwoods offense? I mean, they took it to Crete-Monee. They were beating Crete-Monee 44-6 back in the second round and ended up holding on to a 51-36 win. I mean, is it a fact? Is it just a different scheme? They just have tremendous athletes? What is it about it that's so explosive?
Well, I think it's well coached. They know what they're doing, and they do it well. They have some explosive skill position kids.
Yep.
They got a running back who's 2 years in a row with 2,000 plus yards, so that says something about him, and some other skilled kids that had some pretty good speed and breakaway ability.
So they got Prairie Ridge this week. I mean, it should be a tremendous 6A title game, though, right? I mean, both teams seem to be.
Yeah, based on what I know, it's supposed to be a pretty good game.
Yep. All right. Well, you've had some exceptional teams in recent years, and this team, 12-0, six shutouts, unbelievable. Where would you rank this team's overall, and then specifically as a defense, and the teams you've had the past 10 years?
Well, I think it's tough to compare teams. This is one of the better teams that we had. Just the fact that we made it to the semifinals. Defensively, we were solid. I thought that we would be pretty solid defensively. We had eight starters coming back who understood the system. So it was one of the better defenses that we had, and as a team, it was one of the better teams that we had. We did make it downstate, but other than that, it met just about every goal that we had set up for it.
Now, talking to you in the preseason, you talked about, hey, I think our defense is going to be strong. We have 8 guys coming back. Offensively, you had some concerns. You only had 3 returning starters on offense. But, you look at the numbers you put up throughout the season. I mean, these guys were putting up some big points offensively. How did it all come together, and what were the keys to making this offense click?
Well, I think that the first key was our quarterback, Damon Ailman. Damon put in a lot of time in the offseason, put a lot of effort into our program, and it paid off for him. Yep. And he had a very good understanding for it. It was kind of like having another coach out on the field. Yep. And he almost always made the right decision. And I think once the kids started to see that Damon was doing a pretty good job, I think everybody else started to get confidence. We started to be able to throw the ball a little bit. We ran the ball. The offensive line was blocking well, and just became a pretty good team effort.
Yeah, and it says something because, I mean, coming out of last season, I mean, Damon was in probably a 3 or 4-way battle, right, for the job. So, I mean, kids, some kids look at that situation and might not want to accept the challenge. But what does it say about a kid like Damon that he stuck it out and he ends up being the starting guy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going into the summer, we had 4 kids that were vying for the position, and there was no guarantee that Damon would be the one. And through his hard work, he stuck it out when it could have been very easy for him to quit, because if he had asked me, I would have said there's no guarantee. We're going to see how it plays out. Yeah. He stuck it out, and I'm really, really happy for him, and I'm really, really proud of him.
Now, the guy that really did a tremendous job offensively, at least at the skill positions, was Mike Anzalone. I mean, some great games. I mean, this past week, 170-plus yards. Talk about his development. Because I mean, he got some experience last year for you, and the prospects for next season for the kids that are going to have to step in and fill his shoes.
Yeah, Mike Anzalone is the toughest, if not the toughest, one of the toughest runners we've ever had come through here. He shattered the single season rushing record by amount of carries. I mean, I looked at the stats. We gave it to him 39 times on Saturday. I mean, that's like Earl Campbell or something like that. And it seemed to me that he got stronger as the games went on. He got stronger from game to game. And he was just a warrior for us, just an absolute horse.
Yep. And what's it look like next year? Now, you got the Giatris kid, right?
Giatris is a junior.
He was a kid that got some touches this year. Is he the guy that's looking to maybe step in next year, or what?
We got several kids to look at. Definitely Chris Giatris is a tremendous player. He runs the ball pretty well, and he also has the ability to catch the ball pretty well out of the backfield. So he'll be somebody that's out there in the mix. As far as somebody carrying the ball 39 or 40 times a game, right? I don't know if we have them out there, but we have a season in the weight room for these guys to get stronger and work on their speed, and we'll see who will develop, because at the beginning of the season I didn't think we'd be giving the ball to Anzalone 30, 40 times a game in the playoffs.
Yep. And what about quarterback situation? With Damon graduating, what's it look like next year for you?
We have a junior, Zach Brasseau, who is a very good player. Got some time early in the season, and every time we asked him to come into the season, into a game, he did very well. And then we also have a sophomore quarterback named Bailey, who's going to be a junior next year. And Joe's a very good athlete, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump ahead here. We usually have the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Gabette Player of the Week a couple segments later, but since Mike Anzalone's going to be the guy, I trust you that you're going to hand this off to him. Now, he's a Paisan. I'm a Paisan. Labriola Bakery Cafe. A lot of good Italian eats over there, okay? So you make sure you hand this off to him, all right? Will you do that for me? I know I can trust you on that. That's for sure. All right. We are going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout, folks. Hey, holidays around the corner. Stop by Lisa Thomas Salon. Gift cards available. You can hook your significant other up with something, all right? We come back more with Coach Eric Michelson from Lamont. Stay tuned.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals. To learn about products like Check Free, our super secure service that saves you time and money and makes it easy to pay your bills online, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Pops opened in 1980. Although we've come a long way, 30 years later, Pops continues to cater to the South Chicagoland area. Each of our owners are dedicated to serving the best, freshest product possible. Our beef is cooked and sliced fresh daily. Not only known for our beef, but other great items, sausage, chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and gyros. Featuring our newest food item, the breaded steak sandwich. Let us cater your next party. Please visit our website for a Pops location nearest you.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, folks, we are at Lamont High School. Football coach Eric Michelson is our guest. All right, you know what? You've got a junior lineman here, Ethan Posick. A tremendous kid, a tremendous lineman. And I know he's been offered by just about everybody, huh? Big time at this point. Where does he stack up in terms of being only a junior? And compare him to his brother Graham, who's the starting center at Illinois, and you had David Molk, who's now at Michigan. He's in his senior year at Michigan. Where does he stack up in terms of development at this stage of his career?
Yeah, he stacks up real well to anybody that we've had. Ethan has a tremendous work ethic, and he's got the size, and he's got great footwork, and I think those are the things that the colleges are looking at. So when I compare him to Molk and to his brother Graham, yeah. He's right up there with him. Another kid that we have is Tim McAuliffe, who's a junior lineman. I think he's in that same breath. So we have two decent linemen that I think will be two of our leaders next year.
Yeah, I try and tell people, you know, they say, hey, you know, is this kid a Division I lineman? You know, or if their son is a Division I lineman. And I always refer to Graham. When I was watching him a few years ago when he was here, I'm like, you haven't seen a Division I lineman until you see this kid. His agility and everything, and it looks like Ethan's going to follow in his footsteps. I mean, if people want to see a Division I lineman, you got two that are going to be here next year. Come out and check out Lamont. I mean, they're amazing linemen. So. Now, you know, people look at your record every year. Like I said, you've qualified at least to the quarterfinals the past 5 years, been to the state championship twice. So they consider this program now a football factory. You know, they just come rolling in here and you just, you know, roll them out off the assembly line. But the one thing that I find, you know, a little different here is when you look at your lower levels records, you know, your freshmen and sophomores, there are times they're at 500, a little bit below 500, but something happens when they get to the varsity. What is your philosophy on this? I mean, do you guys put an emphasis on winning as freshmen and sophomores, or is it all about the development and let's let them learn the system when they come up to the varsity?
Our philosophy is it's development. I have great coaches on the freshman level. I have great coaches on the sophomore level. And those guys' job, they know, is to get the kids ready to play the next level. We'll have kids that have played football in the youth leagues, but we also have a lot of kids that have never played. Yep. So what we try to do is we try to make sure that on the freshman level they're starting 22 different kids to get experience, and then a bunch of other kids on special teams. And as a result of that, the freshmen lose probably some games that they could win if we were only playing 14 or 15 kids total.
Yeah.
And that's just a philosophy of ours. Sometimes the freshman guys don't like it so much, but that they understand it. In the sophomores, we try to start as close to 22 different kids. We start really pressing the kids when they're sophomores to start lifting and put their time in the weight room up here with Coach Conisett and with Coach Howell. And I think that buy-in is what we get. And for some kids, they don't like it. The buy-in isn't for them. And those kids are kids that maybe don't stick it out for all 4 years. But the kids who stick it out, we try to find a place for them on the field. Sometimes it's special teams, sometimes it's scout team, but they're all important to our success.
Yeah, that's interesting philosophy, and it is, because kids, they want to win, and parents, they're so worried about winning too, even at the freshman, sophomore levels. But obviously, the proof is in the pudding, right? I mean,
yeah, and we have some kids that have played and been part of winning Little League programs, and when they get here, it's a little bit of a culture shock for the parents to see that. We're not out there going crazy. I mean, we want to win. We'll try to win every game we can, but not at the expense of not getting experience for some of these kids.
Yep. Okay. And I've talked to you about this before on the non-conference schedule. You got Little Village on the Prairie. Okay, that was one non-conference foe. You had Riverside Brookfield, and you had Richards. And Richards is Richards. They're always going to be very competitive. People say, why don't they step up? Why don't they play a Providence? Or why don't they play a Lockport? Or why don't they schedule a Sandburg? So what's your reasoning behind this?
Well, I think that we would, as far as the Richards game, that's a crossover. So it's always based on the conference. So we're the first place team in our side. So next year we'll play Eisenhower.
Oh, lucky for my alma mater.
That will be our week 3 game next year. Week 2, we have a contract with Riverside Brookfield. Riverside Brookfield is a school that's our size, who, when we were in the conference with them, was the team that was generally better than us.
Yep.
They have a new coach. They've beaten us both years on the freshman and sophomore level. So, we'll see how that goes for us. And the first game is a game that we've struggled to get somebody that we're going to be able to play. We'd like to play somebody that's our size, maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, somebody that's a very good program, and we've had difficulty getting that. As far as playing a really big school, philosophically, I can see where that would be something that would potentially be an advantage, but at the same point in time, we want to make sure that we're not stepping too far out of our shoes, too.
Yep, okay. Not that anyone's going to hold any tag days, for Lamont, but you are losing a ton of talent this year. 8 seniors gone from the defense, 3 on offense. What are the prospects for next season? What do you think you have going?
I think we have a lot of areas, a lot of holes that we're going to have to fill, but we also have some talented players that are going to be coming back, and it's going to be up to those players to buy in and do the job for Lamont football as seniors, to be leaders and to work hard. Defensively, Connor O'Brien and Jake Lemming are coming back, along with Matt Lezzo and Jake Lawrence. So those are going to be 4 kids on defense that we're going to hang our hats on that I think are pretty good. Offensively, we have Posick and McAuliffe, and then Nick Runfelt, who was an offensive lineman. Those 3 guys will be coming back. Our tight end, Rick Snagusky, will be coming back, and Chris Giatris.
Yep.
And then as receivers, we have Joey Haher, and with that as a basis, I think we have the potential to be okay, but we got a lot of holes to fill, and that's what we'll be working on between now and then.
Yep. All right, well, Eric, I appreciate you coming on board again, man. Congrats on a great season. And, the one thing about you guys, not only do you win, but, you got some great young men. You develop some great people, and you get these kids placed in college, whether it's Division I, Division III, and there's a lot to be said about that, because I know it takes a tremendous amount of work, too. So congrats on all that, too.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we are going to go. Remember, when you come back, get that cell phone ready. Isaac Text Poll Question of the Week, chance to win $50, sponsored by Standard Bank. We're going to go to an athletics timeout. When we return, I'll talk about last week's game. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics. where every patient is treated like a champion.
Looking for a lunch you won't soon forget? Check out the new Beggar's Lunch Buffet. Of course you'll find the great thin crust, stuffed crust, and deep dish Beggar's Pizza you love, but our buffet goes even further. We have soups, salads, Italian beef, Italian sausage, pasta, and chicken. And don't forget about Beggar's famous cookie pizza for dessert. For only $7.95, it's an incredible deal. From 11 until 2, Monday through Friday, this is a can't-miss lunch that has something for everyone. So get to a Beggar's near you today.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Again, I'd like to thank Lamont football coach Eric Michelson for being our guest, and athletic director John Young for hooking us up over here at Lamont. All right, folks, before we get to the Isaac textbook question of the week, you know, holidays are upon us. You know, moms, dads, you're going to go out shopping. You're going to be gone for extended periods of time, especially in the Lamont area. Great downtown district. You get out, hit into those nice little quaint shops, and, you know, Dad, while the wife's around kicking it, you know, doing some shopping, you step across the street, go to Nick's, get one of those burgers, knock down a few cold beverages, and, you know, you're worried about the dog, you know, we got to get back for the dog. Well, no, you don't have to worry about Fido. We've got someone that'll take care of that for you in Lamont. All right, my boy Nick. Nick's dog walking and pet sitting service, okay? Nick's been doing this a few years. A buddy of mine's son does a great job, very responsible. He'll hook it up for you, so you don't have to worry about it during the holidays. You could have some fun, you know, and relax a little bit. He'll take care of the dog, the cat, whatever. You know, he'll hook it up. Phone number 630-243-1044. You ask for Nick, he's the man, all right? All right, folks. Gerard's a funny guy. Gorillas, no, he can't take care of any gorillas, all right? No exotic pets involved in this thing, okay? I got to give a shout out to the entire family over there, my boy Mark Swallock and family. All right, and his wife Woodrow, by the way. I had to get that in. All right, folks, let's get to the Isaac text poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win 50 bucks, little holiday cash for you, okay? All right, which boys hoops player will score the most points in a single game this week, okay? You text A for HF's Tim Williams, B for Crete Moniz, Michael Orris, C for Andrews, Jabril Adekoya. Text D for Eisenhower's Tyrone Terrell, who can light it up, folks, average about 23 points a game, okay? Now text Beto and the answer option, A, B, C, or D, all right, to 90210. Texter number 3 with the correct response was a $50 gift card from Standard Bank, okay? So giving you a little holiday cash, very easy. All right, results. 6A game last week. Peoria Rich was 34, Lamont 31 for Lamont, Mike Anzalone. 40 carries, 177 yards, 3 TDs. Finished the season 12-1. Great year by the Indians. In 7A, St. Rita falls to Wheaton Warrenville South, 21-14. Great game for St. Rita. Mike Zunica, 19 carries, 125 yards. Scotty Thomas was 17 of 27 for 115 yards. Kenny Galladay had touchdown receptions of 5 and 7 yards. St. Rita finishes 10-3. Great season by Todd Kuska and the program. In the Catholic League Championship, Mount Carmel hammered Brother Rice 39-6. For Rice, Andrew Walker, 11 carries, 53 yards. Martez Walker, 12 carries, 52 yards in a TD. For Mount Carmel, Don Buckus, 8 carries, 92 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was 5 of 7 passing for 79 yards and 2 scores. Jason Gasser, a couple TD catches of 12 and 21 yards. So the Caravan going to the Prep Bowl to take on Simeon, a team they played in Week 1 for all the marbles Friday. All right, Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We already mentioned Mike Anzalone. He is going to be a co-player of the week, and we're also going to hook up Mike Zunica from St. Rita. Carried the ball 19 times for 125 yards. Was a tremendous effort by Mike, so we're going to hook him up with a $25 gift card from Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oakbrook. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week, Andrew Girls Basketball Player Nicole Bowditch. Scored 19 points, pulled down 12 boards to lead the Thunderbolts to a 53-43 win over Joliet West. We'll hook her up with a little goodie bag, little gift card action, t-shirts, some products. It's all good. I'm a giver. It's Thanksgiving. You have to give. I give till it hurts. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, High and Tight, sponsored by Athletics. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, folks, High and Tight time, sponsored by Athletics. Hey, look at this facility. The weight room in here, it's a tremendous weight room. You go around Lamont High School. No other school has a double-deck parking garage, a covered parking garage. Tremendous. Football field's absolutely wonderful. Tremendous bleachers, kind of sunk into a valley. It's really a beautiful, beautiful facility, as are all the facilities around here. And it leads me to this. I run into some people who live in Lamont and do not send their kids to Lamont High School. I just can't fathom it. You have great coaches, great facilities, academically. It's second to none. What else can you ask for? And in terms of football, Eric Michelson not only winning on the field, sending kids all over the Midwest with college opportunities. This is a tremendous place. Baseball, you got Joe Rodagero as a coach. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week. Later.